What's up, everyone? Nazario here, and welcome to another ADSplay uploading schedule for the week of March 15th, 2015. Got quite a few things to talk about, including the purchase of my PS4, finally. Some new games coming out this week. Well, a new game. I don't know what else is coming out because I didn't take a good look at the list. But there's one of the most anticipated games for this year is going to be released this week on the 17th, as well as me completing some games and finally getting things in order the way I need to. I also have some videos that I'm going to talk about I should have uploaded, but because of everything that was happening, which I'm going to explain in a little bit, I didn't upload them at the time I did, so I'm uploading this first. Well, I'm recording this first, and then I'm going to upload all those later. And as well as for all my Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there, my Yu-Gi-Oh viewers, I guess you guys will be happy to hear some news. Um, you know, in regards to some things. So I'm gonna speak to that when I talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh one-on-one segment. But first and foremost, this past week was my baby cousin's birthday, and we went to Livermore, California, to the Umigo kart racing track, and we had fun there. I have like 4 videos from that. We did like 2 races. At first, I wasn't gonna do it. For those that paid attention to my Twitter, they wanted like $30 for like 8 minutes of racing, and that's like a big fuck you deal. But since it was her birthday, like we got like a birthday deal or something, and like we actually got like 2 races for that price. So it was really good. She had a beautiful strawberry filled like cake, and we had pizza. It was just a good racing experience. I never did that before, and I think I'm gonna do it again in the near future, because I got like 2 8th places. The second race, I actually had got pulled. I thought the guy was like, one of the officials was like waving a white flag, and I'm thinking that everybody was supposed to pull over because there was an accident on the course, like somebody ran into the course. Wasn't anybody hurt? Like it was like a little cart friendly, bump friendly type of course, right? And somebody actually ran into the course, and their cart got stuck underneath the course. So they were just waving a white flag to let everybody know that it was an accident on the course. So they were trying to get him out, and I'm thinking that everybody was going to pull over, but instead I was the only one that pulled over, and like 5 cars passed me in the second race, and I ended up getting 8th place again because I like speeded past 2 people. So you know it happens, man. But you guys can check out those 4 videos on the channel already. Um, as far as like the new games coming out this week, let me go ahead and cover that because I know some of you pretty much watch these to get those updates. So for the PS3 on the 17th, we have Battlefield Hardline, Awakened Fate Ultimatum, and Resident Evil Revelations 2. The full release, it's been released as an episodic game over the past 3 weeks. This week on the 18th is going to be like the final episode, and it's going to be like the full retail release of the game. So yeah, you could have bought like the full game ahead of time and got like the each episode free. Well, each episode, every week as they were leading up to the release of the game. But you know, episode 4 is coming out this week, which is going to lead into something else I'm going to talk about. But for the PS4 on the 17th, yeah, they only got releases for the 17th. There's Battlefield Hardline, Final Fantasy Type Zero, the HD remake, Resident Evil Revelations again, uh, Final Fantasy Type Zero Collector's Edition, Bladestorm Nightmare, whatever that is, Project Cars, Standard Edition, and Battlefield Hardline Deluxe Edition. For Xbox One on the 17th, there's Project Cars, Final Fantasy Type Zero HD remake, Bladestorm, Battlefield Hardline, and Resident Evil Revelations. And for the Wii U, nothing. Wait, every oh well, this will be coming out on the 20th, right? Let me take a look. Yeah, that's this Friday. So this Friday, Mario Party 10 will be coming out, which is funny because I thought they said they weren't going to release any new Mario Party games at all. But well, this year at least, I thought they said. Well, last year they said they weren't. Wait a minute, I'm getting confused. Okay, last year at E3, Nintendo announced that they weren't going to release any new Mario Party games that year in 2014. So this year, I guess they just couldn't wait to get Mario Party 10 out. So that's coming out on the 20th this Friday. And for the Nintendo 3DS, they got Fossil Fighters Frontier coming out on the Friday as well. Now, for those who've been paying attention to this channel, or who've been fans of this channel for years now, I played both Fossil Fighters 1 and 2, which is Fossil Fighter Champions. So Fossil Fighters Frontier is actually a game I'm kind of interested in, just so I can tie in all three games together. But of course, as you know, I've been working towards, getting my uh, Nintendo 3DS with the game uh, direct capture uh, built into it, and that's taken me a while to get. So I won't be playing any Nintendo 3DS games for a while unless some miracle happens and I'm able to, get it a lot sooner. But that's all the new games that'll be coming out. As far as everything that'll be happening this week, I do plan on finishing episode 3 of Resident Evil Revelations. I finished episode 2 last week, and when episode 3 was released, but I gotta play catch up because I got a lot of time on my hands this week. So I'm really gonna focus on catching up on everything that I missed out on. Um, Super Smash Saturday featuring Duck Hunt, that will be released today. I actually got to get finished with those matches. Not to get finished with them, but finish uploading them, because I didn't even get started with my baby cousin's birthday and us going kart racing, etc., etc. And that kind of took away my time from uploading. Because when I got back, I was super tired, and I'm still kind of feeling the effects of it. So that's gonna get taken care of today. As Still got Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I'm gonna take care of that. That has to get uploaded as well. I'm still working on that, but I plan on finishing the story mode this week, so that's gonna be taken care of. And I'm also planning on revisiting a couple of games, doing like some online matches in Tekken Revolution. I do have like a couple matches that I had set on the side of me playing. I did get a rank up, but you guys are gonna see that when that footage gets released. Um, I also have some matches in Ultra Street Fighter 4 Omega that I'm gonna be taking care of. So you guys be on the lookout for that as well. And moving on to Yu-Gi-Oh! I know some of you guys are going to be happy who have been viewers of mine. The Friday the 13th edition of FanDay this past Friday, I have to upload that footage. That has to get uploaded. So, I had a lot of fun. For the first time in a long time, I started to get that itch back that I've always had, where you guys, for those who've been paying attention to me, since I started, Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 on my channel, you guys know that I've had moments where I would take time out of my day and just build, decks upon decks all day long and just have like a blast with it. And I'm kind of getting that itch back, and I'm glad I am, because I kind of miss it. So in these matches that you guys are gonna see of the Friday the 13th edition of FanDay, you're actually gonna see a lot of new builds, a lot of new, things, and just like pretty much like the old me is back, with a new flair to them. So be on the lookout for those videos. This Friday is going to be Viewers Choice Fan Day. So you guys make sure to keep an eye out for that, and make sure you leave your, yeah, forget that noise. Forgive that background. Yeah, this Friday is going to be Viewers Choice Fan Day. I almost got confused because of that door slamming. Make sure to leave your suggestions for Viewers Choice Fan Day going into Friday on the 20th, because after that, well, actually, I'm going to close down, or put like up an annotation in the video saying that the voting or whatever is like now closed or whatever, and your suggestions, if any more gets put out on the 19th, then they're going to be pushed to the next month's Viewers Choice Fan Day. So make sure you get your choices as to what you want to see me play. That's what Viewer Choice is. It's all about what you want to see played. So you guys make sure to go to that Viewers Choice Fan Day announcement video for 3/20th, 2015, and make your suggestions there underneath that video. And yeah, also there's gonna be a new retro mod video coming out. Actually, like a couple, because it's been a few that I have not been uploading due to the fact I was caught up in other things. So those are gonna get put out. I do work on Friday, by the way, from 8 to 12, which is like a good 4 hours from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. So I'm gonna be home before FanDay gets started, so that's not gonna be an issue. But just to forewarn anybody, if anything does come up, or if they try to get me to stay like extra time, which often they do, um, then that'll be the reason. But I don't plan on that happening. So as of right now, I will be here for FanDay on time at 2 p.m. And as of right now, it's going to last until 7, depending on how much energy I have. If not, then we'll just do it till 5, and I'm going to just get my rest in. Um, so that's that. What else? I still have like a few more card reviews to do from Crossover Souls, but this is going to be like the final batch of videos from that. And finally, I'm gonna do an early look of Clash of Rebellion because they did confirm some cards to come out. So I think it's time to do an early look video of that. And I also want to do some archetype reviews this week. I think I'm gonna try to do some archetype reviews, but I haven't pinpointed exactly what I wanted to do an archetype review on. I'm looking at the Infernoids. I'm looking at the Zephyrs. There's a couple that kind of catch my interest. So you guys take a look at or you guys keep an eye out for those things. So just a quick recap of everything. Oh, and I got to talk about my PS4. That's one thing that we got to talk about because this has actually been a big monkey on my back for quite some time. Now, as most of you know, I moved into a new house, kind of like my family wanted to move into a big house. All the family members that I had in California, they decided that they wanted to live underneath the same roof. Since we buy everybody else's house constantly, I guess it only made sense to them. That way, people that wanted to come visit us, they could just come do it all under the same roof, and blah 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 blah. Since we're buying everybody's house already, basically that's what it was. Again, I wasn't necessarily too fond of the idea, but I kind of got outvoted again, and thus I had to push a lot of plans back some months. Actually, I was supposed to have my PS4 November of 2014, but I think with the but I instead of me getting the PS4, I actually bought the Nintendo Wii U because with the release of Hyrule Warriors at the time, and then Super Smash Brothers for Wii U was actually coming up too, and I didn't want to miss that because if it was any game that was going to influence me to buy the Nintendo Wii U, it was going to be that one, and I'm still playing that game to this day. So yeah, so I missed that opportunity. I had another chance to get it, but I kind of overspent the money that I was going to use, and then bills came up, and a bunch of late fees were tied to that from the last house, and just a bunch of things that caused me not to be able to get the PS4 system when I really wanted to. So now that time is actually coming up, and from what it's looking like with everything else I have going on, I just may be able to get it on the 20th. So this Friday. So I don't know. We'll see, man. But everything's looking promising, and hopefully a miracle can happen because that following week I'm gonna still be all right as far as like money goes. So I'm gonna be good. And I got like one more week before Bloodborne comes out, which is a game that I'm actually interested in getting my hands on. And then Mortal Kombat 10 is coming out in like 2 weeks after that. So I'm just like, if any time I should get it's now, So I just got to make sure that everything else is taken care of beforehand, and then I can handle that. So everything's looking promising this week. So finally, you guys have to understand, like there was always this hump, and the system was that hump. Like the video games themselves were never the problem. It was just that I didn't have the system to play the games on. And now I'm at that point where finally things are picking up. I'm getting to where I need to be in order to make this channel a success that I know I can make it. And a lot of you have been patient with me, so thank you very much for that. So things are picking back up to where they need to be, man. And finally, I'm getting to where I need to be, and I do appreciate all those who've been, supporting me, watching my content to get me this far, and I do appreciate it, every bit of it. So thank you very much. Um, so with that being said, again, now that I got that out of the way, a quick recap. Uh, Finishing the story mode in Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Maybe do some online matches in that as well. Um, Playing episode 3 and 4 of Resident Evil Revelations 2 this week. Finishing that. Doing some online matches of Tekken Revolution, as well as Ultra Street Fighter 4 Omega Edition. Two new retro mods. Well, at least one new retro mod. I won't say two. I don't want to pile everything on, but it's going to be at least one new retro modernization coming up this week. Card reviews, of course, finishing up what's left. Early look video. Looking forward to Viewers Choice FanDay this Friday, as well as the purchase of my PS4. And yeah, what else did I mention? Um, yeah, I know some of you guys have been wondering about my page on Patreon, and I know I haven't really promoted it like that. It's because I'm not one to make pages like that. The only reason why I did it was to, you know, over the years, I've gotten people that said that they were willing to donate in order to help speed up the process of me buying like games and systems in order to keep up with everything that's coming out and things like that, because they enjoy my commentary, they enjoy how I play the game, they like the way that I approach the video games, they really enjoy my content, and they just wanted to help speed up the process of me getting these things. Plus, I've been trying to get a new laptop, because this one right here, it has like its little blips, and sometimes the audio gets out of sync from some of the footage that I'm recording because this computer can't really handle it, and I have to do like some MacGyver magic, and I have to set up like a fan underneath the laptop in order to keep it cool so that the videos will be consistent and you won't get like that chippy video playback, and the audio will remain in sync. It's just me trying to take care of those things. But the laptop and the Nintendo 3DS, all that's got to come later on. Maybe later on this year. I'm not going to get too ahead of myself, but we'll see. So for those that were concerned about that page, I mean, it's there if anybody wants to, donate. I'm not even asking people to do it anymore at this point. I'm just like, because I was never one to do it anyway, and some people said they wanted to. It's there, I guess, if you want to. There are perks involved in it. If the monthly goals are met, then I will be doing like giveaways at the end of each month, and it can be literally anything that I think anybody would enjoy. So from like clothing items, but everything's gonna be like kind of video game related in a sense, like like video game related T-shirts that have like little memes on them, or outfits, or shoes, or hats, games, systems, pretty much anything. But that's how I plan on doing it, and of course I will be very transparent with whatever I make on there. I'm gonna write down a list of everything that I use and what I bought with the money, so it would be transparent to you, to let you know I just wouldn't be using it for anything without your without you guys knowing about it. So that's all it is for that that page. But this is everything I have planned for this week. Battlefield Hardline. Of course, I'm gonna have to push that back because that hump. I have to get over that hump first. Once I get over that hump, then we can focus on everything else. Everything else is just gonna naturally pick back up because I got some catching up to do. So, I'm hyped. I'm ready. Bloodborne coming next week. Mortal Kombat X coming in the next 2 weeks. I'm finally going to have the system, and everybody can rejoice, and we can all be happy, and we can all move on. So, thank you guys for watching. Peace, and I'll see you guys for gameplay this week.